Ugandans have been offered at least 80% of the supply opportunities at the Lake Albert Rift Valley Basin oil during its exploration and production. Over 500 Ugandan companies have already been involved in the first operation phase under the management of Tullow Oil. Tullow Oil has a commitment to develop the oil business in a manner that is both profitable and sustainable for the shared prosperity in the countries and communities the operations take place. According to the General Manager Tullow Oil Uganda, Brian Glover, the National Content Program obliges the company to maximize the use of Ugandan goods and services, identify the existing Ugandan capabilities, and develop capacity for Ugandan suppliers to international standards.
Oil and gas standards and the government standards are very high. And therefore, in order for Ugandan companies to be able to gain those standards, we need to build that into the contracts themselves. So we can't say to a company, well, go away and come back and be trained, etc. We need to work very closely with the companies themselves to ensure that they're trained and they get to the right standards. But also, it's very important to understand the companies themselves have the opportunities to invest in standards.
Patrick Iptature, the chairman of the Uganda Investment Authority, says the oil investors should be able to offer preferential treatment for the Ugandan suppliers and workers, since oil is a new resource in the country. This will create an opportunity for the small and medium enterprises to develop competitive capacities to the international standards.
Tullow can employ 100,000 people, or the oil industry can employ 100,000 people, but it will not be enough if we do not truly empower the bigger communities that have a bigger knock-on effect by linking the small businesses with the big businesses. That's where the biggest employment will be created. And I think from our experience and what the government is saying, that is the way forward, empowering the SMEs. If we have business skills, business training programs, teaching them accounting, teaching them how to write their business plans, securing finance, and managing how managing your debts.
The fears that oil investors would repatriate the profits to their home countries, leaving the indigenous communities into abject poverty, are addressed. Every foreign expert is obliged to have at least 2 Ugandan assistants to train in the same skills for replacement after at least a period of 3 years.
We need the foreigners who have got the skills, so we have to open our doors to them. They will help us train and transfer these skills slowly and systematically over time. This is a Ugandan industry. The oil belongs to Uganda not for a year or 2, but for the next 50 years maybe. So there will be enough time for us to build our skills. But we must not bring this xenophobia here that all foreigners are coming in and many foreigners are going to be driving around and taking all these jobs. They are largely here to transfer skills. We are watching closely.
Tullow Oil has so far spent about $108 billion on Ugandan supplies for national goods and services in its first phase, in addition to the 85% of the company staff as Ugandans. This is in respect to the agreement to give first priority to Ugandans in the oil development process. Friend-based business, I'm Nakwanga Yudis Kasirien.